morning, friends.
Very good morning.
Welcome to you on behalf of Association for Democratic Reforms. Our main goal was to bring in cleanliness in the politics of the state. We tried to create awareness amongst the voters, spread knowledge as to the background of the candidates contesting the elections, their criminal background, their financial background, their educational background, and their social work, so that a justified decision, a mandate could be given and which would be beneficial for governance of the state. That was the prime motive of ADR. We were thinking that the people have really given the mandate in the way they wanted, because finally we say that the government, they get the government that they deserve. We are now trying to bring to you what sort of candidates have been elected, how people have voted, the trends of voting. Our proposition was that in case you don't get the right candidate, go for nota, and we find that more than 77 candidates out of 301 have got less than nota votes. So this is itself goes to show that people have discarded these people. There are 17 new faces which people have given a chance. Then there are surprise packets also in this results, and we also would like to give you the information as to people who have won with criminal background, with maximum criminal background, with more financial muscle, and I think the PPT which will open up the Pandora's box now will be handled by Bhasker, my colleague and the chief coordinator for ADR in Goa.
Thank you, Manguirish, and welcome you all. The heat and the dust is almost settling on Goa Assembly elections 2022. I'm saying almost because the ministerial votes are yet to be allocated, and that could be quite an interesting thing also to happen. Yeah, unlike we were essentially wanting the voters to have the informed choice as always, and to that extent we have been sort of communicating the various I'm not been able to run through the slides. Maybe just a second.
You can use the cursor and
Yeah, I think I should. What's that? Yeah, so I thought I'd just run through some of the slides. We must have shared this information with you earlier. This is the state-wise thing. Just to recap on what was the theme vis-a-vis the rest of the 4 states where we had elections in 5 states. So we thought just to get a the background of what the feel of what it is. So Goa had the highest number of criminals. The candidates with criminal cases, let me put it that way, you can't really call them criminals, candidates with criminal cases, correction. Both in terms of the normal criminal cases as well as the serious criminal cases. Normally we have this perception that UP or Bihar could be the ones which have this thing, it is not really so. Here we have been at par with UP and maybe 1% more than even Punjab. So that's the kind of thing, and there are other constituencies. Crorepati also were many more in terms of percentage vis-a-vis rest of the 4 states.
This data is about the winning candidate, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the winning candidate. This is just the background thing. And now we are getting into the winners. We are now getting into the winner. This is just some of the data which I gave you earlier. Now this is about the winners. So out of 301 candidates who contested the elections, 40 had to be elected. And but what we see the non-criminal cases also, in terms of 301, there were 77 criminals, the ones with the criminal cases, which meant 26% candidates had criminal cases against them. We Goans have elected 40%, 16 out of 40. So vis-a-vis the number of candidates, the criminal antecedents in the winners are quite some more. When it comes to serious crimes, in 301 there were 53, which meant 18%. We have elected 13 of them, which is higher than even last time. So that makes it 33%. And although some of them have gone out of the system, means they have lost the elections, but there are a few more who have got into the system. When it comes to crorepati also, we have elected 39 out of 40 as crorepati. Yeah, 97.5%. And the only candidate who is not a crorepati is this winner from no, sorry, Manguirish. No, this Goan from Santander, from Revolutionary Goan. He is the one. No. And then what we have done is this work we have done about 5 crores and about 10 crores, because these days, as we time and again I have been saying, that just 1 crore doesn't mean much, because even if you have an apartment here or just a small, this thing is 1 crore. So, but 5 crores or 10 crores, that is quite significant, and it's not really an average kind of Goan asset holding. So we have 5 crores and above at 30 out of 40, and if you look at 10 crores and above at 22, which is 55%. So certainly not a true representation in terms of the population, because I'm very sure that 55% of the Goans are not holding more than 10 crores and above. That apart, graduates and above, we have 27 out of 40, which is pretty decent considering this thing. Although education to perhaps 12th or maybe even up to graduation level could be free in Goa, but still, and that's the kind of thing. There is one gentleman who is 8th pass, but we'll come to that a little later. Total women winners are 3 out of 40, so slightly better, and maybe we had sometimes earlier 3 winners, 3 women winners, but all of them are spouses of the married. I don't want to discredit in any way.
3 couples.
Yeah, 3 couples. So obviously there are the 3 women. So how much to give credit to give? To the individual, or for the parties to really consider that they are really talking about women empowerment, is left to us. Yeah, this is how the scenario is. These figures are already known to you, 20s and 12s and all those figures. So yeah, this is how the criminal background is. We just had a comparison of 2017 and 2022 for the time being, but my last slide will show you the comparison right from 2007, 12, 17 and 22. And that will be the summary at the end of it. Yeah. So this is the kind of thing. I mean, there is nothing much where I can add except that the numbers are increasing. Whether it should be a cause of concern for Goans, certainly yes. What to do about it? Maybe we have to do self-introspection. Whether it means, why we should have a little aversion to criminals? Because they are the lawmakers. We have elected them to make laws for us in the assembly. And if they themselves break the law, if they have criminal cases, that means they have broken some law or other at some point in time. So it's a little strange that we have lawmakers, we have lawbreakers. So that's the only this thing. Otherwise, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like these are the criteria for serious criminal cases, and those figures show you how many, what is the percentage of winning candidates with criminal cases, with serious criminal cases, crorepati candidates, and the average assets of winning candidates. Average assets of winning candidates have almost doubled from some 10.33. Maybe we'll have the figures a little later in the course of our discussion. From 10.33 to some 20 point something. So it's almost double. So yeah, this is how the scenario is. 75% of them, which is 30 out of 40, are 5 crores and above. And then I have a figure of 10 crores and above, which I show you. Yeah, from 10 point odd figure, it has gone to 20.16, almost about twice as much for the winning candidates. And it is, supplemented by several rich candidates like Michael Lebu, Delilah Lobu, Dr. Chandrakant Shetty, and many, many others. I will show you the list of the first 10 winners with the highest assets. There you are. These are the first 3 high assets of winning candidates. You don't have to really write down unless there are specific things or if you want to ask questions, because I will be giving you this entire thing. Plus much more, because I received 39 pages of stuff from them last night. I have just prepared a PowerPoint which would be more relevant for our discussion here. Yeah, these are re-elected candidates. They were MLAs earlier and they have been elected as winners now. So this is the kind of difference in their assets. So what it was like, in 2017 and what it is now. And these people are elected. So like 12 from BJP are elected, 2 from Congress.
Actually, there was one Congress MLA last time, but now he is elected as independent. So
no, these are 2 because one is Digambar Kama, the other is Michael Lowe.
yeah.
Because he's come back to the same place. So we don't differentiate. So 2017 he came as a Congress man. So that was his figure. Again 2022. In between the musical chair, he has been a player there. That this is how it is. Go forward, of course, there is only one. So that's his assets in 2017, his assets in 2022, and that's what it makes the difference. These are the 10 winning candidates with highest assets, starting with 92 crores each of Delilah, Michael, Dr. Chandrakant Shetty, Babush, his wife, Vijay, and it ends at Divya Rani. Right? These figures are almost, as I said, these figures, when you add, it comes to like all 40 together, mixed to about 20 crores on an average. Of course, there is one who is not a crorepati, but otherwise an average of 20. Education report. 8th pass 1, 10th pass 6 out of 40, 12th pass 6 again out of 40. Graduates are 13. Graduate professionals, which means maybe doctors or some such profession. Postgraduates, obviously masters, and then there are diploma holders, 6 of them. That makes it to a total of 40. My second last slide will show all the 40 with their names and their education. So you don't have to really worry on, except for the fact that the one who is 8th pass, there's only one, is the gentleman Praveen Arvind, that's from Pedne? Yes, sir. Yeah. So he's the gentleman who is 8th pass. And then there are quite a few who are 10th and 12th. This time we have 3 doctors, professionals, who have been who will be in the assembly. based on age group. We have only one under 30, again Santander, and the rest all are in the, with a median of about 51 to 60. That becomes the median if you take the average out of the entire 40. That's where you are going to land. Gender, as I said, is just about 3 out of 40, and that makes it to 7.5. Yeah, I mean, this is second or maybe third time, I don't recollect, in Goa that we have as many as 3 women. Normally we used to have one good old days, and after Alina came into this thing over the last 2 elections, we have had 2. Now we have 3. These are the educational qualifications of the various winners. Starting with 8th pass, and then we go slowly into the others. Yeah. Yeah. If you are okay with this, I will go to the next slide, and that will be from 21 to 40.
Education qualification has improved, no?
Improved.
Yes.
It has improved.
That's a very positive thing which has happened. And moreover, we have any assembly ideally should have, but I mean, most ideal thing is to have true representation of the people in a state. For example, I still recollect 1963-64 first assembly of the Union Territory of Goa, and that was the swearing had happened on 9th and 10th of January 1964. The elections were held in 1963 December. And you had about 4 doctors, practicing doctors. Like I came from a constituency, Kortali, where my family doctor was EMLA, Dr. Luis Prabhavas. And so many other doctors were there. There were about 4 to 5 advocates, teachers, farmers, mine owners. So it was like a perfect representation. Why we essentially need a good representation of the society and the people is when you discuss the issues in the assembly, you have, and we even had fishermen at that point in time. So you have all the people who sort of can talk with a lot of authority on a subject, and the discussions, the quality of discussions would always be better. Unfortunately, of late,
Who were from business community.
I know the business community, so that the quality of this thing was much better. Over the last 3-4 elections, we have had most of them with their profession as businessmen. Whether it's businessmen in real estate or businessmen in what, because nothing much was known. So that's what was the this thing like. Now this is the chart, which is the last summary chart of 2007, 12, 17 and 22. You see the steady change. The only constant is the number of winners. But with them, you look at the criminality is increased. The ones with the serious criminal cases also has increased. Crorepati winners, of course, is almost almost constant since 2012. Assets of 10 crores and above is something which is very. That means what we are really talking about here is if you have money, you could contest the elections and perhaps win. If you don't have access to funds, it could be little tricky. So that's what. Of course, there have been some exceptions like Naveni or Santander, but these are more of exceptions rather than rule.
But if you see here, you were just asking about the educational part. The graduates have lesson,
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to make some correction because this was, prepared by my secretary back in Bombay last night. I got this morning, and I have not. See, what she have missed out is,
It is 20.
graduate professor 21. The total is 21.
In that
17 plus 4, professionals were missed out by my secretary there. So she informed me, this is what it is. So what is your thing? So I said, okay, I want to make changes. Sorry, I should have informed about it earlier. It just remained like that and I brought it here, right, to reach in time. So now in 2022, graduates and above are 21. And if it is 21, it would mean 52.5%. 52.5%. 21. Okay. And of course, in addition to that, there are about 6 diploma holders.
Yeah, it is lower than what was in 2007.
In 2007 it was really good.
Yeah, it was 55%, 20 out of 40. So this is the kind of thing we have. With that, I come to the closure. Therefore, there are certain highlights like Nota have been pretty the same, 1.12% vis-a-vis 1.19% last time in 2017. 77 out of 301 candidates have got less votes than Nota in their constituency. 77 out of 301. I'm sorry, I've not been able to add all these things because as I went through, I started picking up the things and writing down. I didn't have chance to communicate back to my secretary and then make a PowerPoint there. Almost 190 lost deposits.
How much it was last time? In 2017?
Comparison would be difficult because last time we had 249 candidates, so it would not give us this thing. But almost every party has lost the seats, and that we would all know, except BJP. Just about everyone has lost the seats vis-a-vis last time. So Goa Forward Party came down from 3 to 1. Congress came down from 17 to 11 because and plus 1 of GS Goa Forward. Picked up by up to RG1, independence remained the same. And BJP picking up from 13 to the current 20. But just about every party needs to do self-introspection, perhaps. Even sitting MLAs have lost their deposits. 3 or 4 of them. Alina, then Wilfred, Dissa,
Vinod
No, you are not sitting MLA.
Every party has lost at least one.
Sitting MLA, no, one was MLA in the last assembly has lost deposit as a consequence of either, maybe they have shifted the party in the party. So one was Praveen Zanjay, Alina, to the best of my knowledge, and Wilfred Dissa. And I'm not sure whether Philip Nelly also, I'm not sure, I don't want to.
No, she has got a little.
But large number. So like 35 out of 39 candidates they had in the fray. 35 have lost the deposit. And
Every party.
TMC out of 26 that they contested, 21 have lost deposits. BJP 4 out of 40. Congress 10 out of 37.
So TMC?
TMC is 21 out of 26. Then NCP, what is it, Nationalist Congress Party, they also contested in Goa. 12 out of 13 lost deposits.
Including the president.
And Shiv Sena also, no better, 9 out of 11 candidates lost deposits. So this is the kind of scenario.
In RGP, nobody lost it.
No.
RG 31 out of 38. 31 out of 38 lost deposits. Although they have substantially increased their percentage tally of votes, still 31 out of 38 lost deposits. Yeah, with that I come to an end. Thank you very much for
So Congress?
God bless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congress?
Congress 10 lost deposit out of 37. So they had left 3 for Goa forward. They contested on 37. 10 of them lost deposits. And BJP 4 out of 40.
Half?
4.
Half.
Up
31 out of
no, 35.
35 out of 39.
Out of 39. And for the first time, BJP got almost, total difference today in 2022 between the vote share of BJP and Congress, the difference is almost about 10%. Almost 33 point something for BJP and 23 point some odd figure to Congress. 23.5% now, BJP 33.3%. Last time around in 2017, BJP had 32.5 and INC Congress had 28.4. Yeah, so with this I come to it. So in case you have any questions, feel free to ask.
We sincerely hope that the cleansity comes in with this new polity and better laws are made because we have better trained people, better qualified people, and hopefully no defections take place.
So, according to the data what you have presented here,
Yeah.
there are two trends which normally is seen. One is that education level is rising. Second, the money level is also rising, right? So, education plus money is the biggest catch for becoming an MLA.
Maybe muscle power and money power?
Okay.
Because finally criminality is also catching up. It is also increasing.
Whereas with education, it's not a general statement, but criminality and education may not necessarily go together. So I'm not sure whether education per se will help this thing, but criminality and money power. Last time around, if you remember, I've not been able to get the exact figures this time around. But in 2017, and I made a mention of it here, that there were only 6 candidates with 10 crores plus and serious crimes. Cases, serious criminal cases on them. I always like to qualify this because they are not criminals till the time they are convicted. But only 6 candidates had contested in 2017. 10 crores plus and serious criminal cases on their head. All 6 were elected. This time we had 20 such individuals with 10 crores plus and this thing. But I don't have those figures here.
13 every
Out of 20, I am not
13
very sure. There are 13 serious criminal, but I don't know whether they are all 10 crores plus.
Yeah.
So can't really make that statement. I have to work on that and then.
So in spite of giving advertisements and all, candidates had to give advertisements
Yes.
of the criminal right
Yes.
now. Parties had to give. So that doesn't make any difference.
No.
Yeah, it appears that it doesn't make difference, but we are not here to sort of push people into voting for some party or not to vote for this or not to vote. We are only here to generate awareness amongst the voters. Look, this is the kind of scenario. Then it is left to his or her own intelligence to decide what is good or bad. Now, what is happening, and I can say with a lot of certainty, because I have seen right from the first election in 63-64 as a school-going kid, and now, till around 85 or till early or late 80s, voters voted in the interest of Goa very clearly. There was no self-interest which came, ahead of Goa's interest. Whether you talk about opinion poll, whether you talk about Goa statehood, whether you talk about company language issue, everywhere it was for the sake of Goa. It is now over the last 4-5 elections or maybe 6 elections, we start working on माझे काम कोण करतलो? It is a typical this thing in government. Who will give me what? Who will help me? Who will get a job for a government job for me to my son or daughter or whatever? Who will make the roads, approach road to my house? Who will give me? And then there are migrants who would always want, their priorities are a little different. They would want, who will give me electricity connection to my legal house or whatever. Water, continuous water supply, tap water, Aadhaar card or ration card, etc., etc. So, and the one who gives them that with a reasonable ease, and only politician comes there to help them. For them, he becomes the my boss. And hence, irrespective of his party or this thing, they vote for him. So, Goan elections, unfortunately, to a great extent, are personality driven. That's my observation. And it is strengthened because the constituency sizes in terms of voters is small. Since all the constituencies almost are between 25 to 30,000 strong, even if you have a vote bank about 4,000 or 5,000 votes, you stand to win. Because some of them have won even with 5,000 total votes. But if you have a vote bank short of 5,000, you always try to get the rest of the miscellaneous votes and then you are through. And this is what you see in many of the constituencies, irrespective of their party tag. Some people have changed the party even last time in between 17, 18, 19. They have come out scot-free since they have won the elections again on a new party. There are some now who have moved from one party to the other party and then independent. Still they have won, which means these are personality-driven constituencies with a reasonably strong vote bank. And genuinely they must have worked towards them. When you work towards them, it has helped them.
Yeah, basically, the problem is, our constituencies are small. And they are easily approachable, easily targetable. And that's what has happened this time, because he has rightly mentioned that there are some candidates who have got just 5,000 votes and they have won. And again, this time the margins have been very, very low because maximum number of parties are in play. This time I think there are more number of parties than earlier.
See, on an average, this time we have 7 to 8 candidates for every constituency, which has never happened earlier. Earlier it was about 3 or 4 actually. So your numbers have to be more, 8 to 10,000. Now the figures are coming down. And even the difference between winner and the number 2 is coming down substantially.